Conflict resolution. Whew. Well, hello and welcome. If you are here for the first time, my name is Arica Angelo, and I am the CEO and founder of the Arica Angelo Intimacy Experience. And let's be honest, sometimes, all the time, when there is conflict in our relationships, intimacy goes out the window. That's right, you don't want to share your heart, nor do you want to share those very intimate, private body parts with that person. Everything goes out the window. So what do we do when our relationship is up against some major conflict? It's like Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. And conflict brings out the inner Cersei and Joffrey in all of us. If you haven't seen Game of Thrones, you're not gonna know what the heck I'm talking about. But it's true, conflict doesn't always bring the best side out of either of us. So what do we do when there's conflict? Well, there are three basic fundamental things that we must do if we wanna get what we really want. Now, when we go into conflict, we think, I'm gonna be powerful, I'm gonna be heard, that SOB is gonna hear what they did to me and blah, 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 blah. Really, that's not what you want. It feels that way. And at some level you go, yeah, I do want that. But underneath that, what it is you wanna get whatever's there resolved so that the two of you can come together and be connected again. So the first thing you want to do is come into agreement that you both are going to be heard. Most of the time, a lot of our fights continue and go on much longer than they need to because we feel like we're not being heard. So you just make an agreement and say, listen, you're going to say your side and I'm going to say my side. But by the end of this, both of us are going to be heard. It makes both people feel like they're powerful and what they have to say really matters and that they're valued in the conversation. Number two, this is hard and it's easier said than done, but you got to do it if both parties are gonna be heard, and that is this. We both agree not to interrupt one another. I personally struggle with this. I'm a huge interrupter and I have to do everything inside of me to hold my hands below my body and breathe. I want to interrupt them and be like, wow, what you're saying is so stupid and what I have to say is much smarter than you. That's not the right attitude. I'm growing in that. But it really does take a lot of discipline to not interrupt the person. So that's a huge agreement that you both have to come to is we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna interrupt one another. You're gonna be heard and I'm gonna be heard. And it's just a good boundary to have. Three, it may be the duh, we know this, but it needs to be spoken. It needs to be said. When we say things, it really solidifies it, and that's this. Our goal is to protect our connection. Now, a lot of times in conflict, we think our goal, or we feel our goal is to protect ourselves, but really the goal is to protect the connection in the relationship. So by the end of hearing each other out and either coming to an agreement or agreeing to disagree, at some point, by the end of that conversation, there should be hugging, there should be laughing, some cuddling, and reminding one another, man, I really love this about you. And even complimenting the person and saying, wow, you really bit your tongue. I know you wanted to interrupt me and you didn't. And I so appreciate that. That so means the world to me. Thank you for hearing me out. You want to get those good feelings coming back into the relationship. And hey, if you really want to just get your connection out of the ballpark, you'll go and make love to one another. Now granted, this doesn't always work. Sometimes both parties are heard and you're both still pissed and angry. What do? You take a breather, you repeat the process until you two are able to come together and connect, because the goal in this is to protect the connection that you two have. I know there's so much that goes into intimacy, and so to make it easy, I've created a free training video. Make sure that you go to the description box, click that, and get started getting this intimacy flowing in your life and to make it a little bit easier for you. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.